What's up, y'all? This is Jared Mack.
I'm Jacob Mack with Pin Feathers and Racks. This is going to be a video about a few cameras we bought, and really wasn't just buying them to try out. We bought them to use them, and which ones worked out for us and which ones didn't by trial and error. We tried a certain brand for a couple of years and kept having problems with them, and decided to try something else and liked it, I guess you could say, and then found the two best ones we've had yet. And I guess the first one would be the SPYPOINT.
Yeah.
That's the first one we tried. I had the first cell camera they made, and it worked for maybe 2 months. And they said I needed to update it, a card or something. Well, you have to go on your computer and download the update to a card and put it back in the camera and all this other stuff. So you have to pull the camera, and when you call SPYPOINT or try to email SPYPOINT, they get on there and say, well, do you have the camera with you? Well, half the time we put cameras out in places that's not near the house. It may be 30, 40 miles away, sometimes a couple hundred miles away, because we hunt Mississippi and all also, so we don't always just have the camera with us. But they, I don't know, it's always just like a circus just to try to get some support from them and all. And that was the Link Evo that we tried first. The second one would be the Link Micro, and it worked for probably 6 or 7 months.
6 or 7 months. And we really thought we was into something good when we beat the 2-month mark, you know, from the first one.
Right.
So
right. It was already an improvement.
So we was pretty impressed. And then kind of out of the blue, the same thing was going on with it. It just quit sending pictures to your phone and quit linking up with your phone.
It wouldn't put the time on the picture or something. And so they come out with a cell link that seemed to be awesome. You know, it was probably started out at like $59 maybe, around the $50 mark. And you buy them and you hook them to a regular camera, which we paired ours with a Wild Game Innovations crush camera, and it actually worked best out of all of them. And we actually, it's the only one still in I guess you could say,
it's in use.
Yeah, still in
right
use.
Now.
Still in use.
And
as of today, because we had to go get another update card and put in it and everything. But the main problem with the SPYPOINTs, and the picture quality is not bad or anything like that. It's just mainly, I guess, a maintenance standpoint or something. There's always being an update. Yeah, software updates and stuff. You have to have the card out of the camera and put the update on it and everything. And it's really a pain in the neck if you got it. Say we hunt the Delta in Mississippi or Vicksburg, Mississippi, and we got to go up there and get our camera to get the card just to get another update, or buy a card with the update.
Right.
Bring it, put it up there, you know, and you buy them so you don't have to do all the traveling and stuff so often.
Right. And like we're talking mainly tonight about the cell link cameras, as far as it send pictures to your phone, and we're regular working men like everybody else, so we understand if you can't afford those. We said we have the Wild Game Innovations Crush. I highly recommend the camera. I've had the camera for 2 years now.
Yep.
The camera, it's got a screen on the camera. It's a small screen, but you can look, see exactly where it's pointing. You can check your pictures in the woods on the camera with a small screen. So I would highly recommend the camera. I think the camera was $70 when I bought it. I think it was on sale, so you're still looking maybe $90 for the camera. But I would highly recommend that camera also.
Right, you're looking at $140 with the cell link from SPYPOINT and the camera. Yeah. So anyway, I ended up buying, actually won it on a raffle, but a Tacticam Reveal. And so I figured I'd put it in use and try it. I'd heard good things about them and everything like that. Actually, I hadn't heard anything bad about them. They update in the field. Customer support's great with them, customer service. And we haven't had any issues out of it yet. Actually, it's the fastest cell cam as far as sending pictures as soon as it takes the picture. We actually rode by on our four-wheelers, and I got a food plot that's probably 80 yards long, and we passed it and probably didn't make it 40 yards before the actual picture of us on the four-wheelers was sent to my phone. So the trigger speed is great, and then the actual sending the picture to you is great. It's obviously still in use. It's, in my opinion, the best one we've had yet. After that, it was the Moultrie Delta. Another buddy of ours that y'all be seeing in some videos, Blaine Herring, he recommended it because he has a Moultrie, and so I went and got one, you know, trying to figure out what was the best route for us to take and all, because like most of the people, we ain't sponsored or nothing. We just went out and bought them to use them. We didn't buy them to try them or anything like that. We got them so we could use them here at our place and the places we hunt out of state or North Louisiana.
And that's one of the reasons we're making the video, because we know how expensive things can be.
Right.
Because we've done spent the money on several different cameras. So if we can help somebody to buy one good camera to where they don't have to buy several the way we did, then that's what we're really trying to do.
Right. And we also the Moultrie updates in the field and everything. And actually, if they have a problem with the app or they update the app, and actually the app's been updated 3 or 4 times in the last 4 or 5 weeks. They're constantly making improvements on the app and stuff like that. But they'll send you a notification in the app, let you know that they're making an improvement to the app, and it may be down for an hour or so or something, and it's right back up in no time. You know, there's no problem with them whatsoever.
Right. And thinking about it, we've had the Moultrie out since when? October.
Yeah.
And the battery, we haven't been able to get up there this week, but the batteries just went dead.
Right.
In December. So we're probably we're probably 4,500 or 5,000 pictures in on a camera without having to change the batteries. And if you've had any cameras, that is a lot of pictures
right.
without having to change batteries.
Right.
And batteries can get expensive, especially when that camera is actually 50 miles from us right now.
It's a good ways.
So you don't want to have to be traveling every week, especially if you've got a lot of activity. And where we've got this camera at is on a river bottom up north of us, about 50 miles. And so we got pigs, we've got coons, we've got deer, we've got possums, we've got pretty much anything. Turkeys, any animal you can think of. Some ducks sometimes. So
yeah, when water comes up.
It benefits us a lot. We buy the higher end batteries, the lithium batteries, because it's 50 miles from us. We don't want to have to travel every week. So we haven't tried the lower end batteries in that one yet. We probably will try the lower end batteries just to see how many pictures you can get on one.
Right.
To try and help y'all out. If y'all like to go with the lower end batteries, we usually run lithium in all of ours.
If not, if it's not lithium, it's always Duracell. That's what we found lasts the longest in any camera that we've had, even before the cell cameras and all. Here recently, about 2 weeks ago, I went to I seen they really just come out. It's a EXO cell camera. Sold mainly, I think only at Walmart they're sold. So I bought one because it runs on Moultrie Mobile. I don't know that Moultrie makes it, but I know it runs off of Moultrie Mobile. And price point was $62. So I said, hey, it's worth a shot to have another good working camera going off of my other Moultrie. I knew that it worked great, so I figured taking a shot at this one may work. But I don't know that it's triggering all the time. We found that as soon as you turn it on, it'll start taking pictures perfect while you're in the food plot, and then maybe 4 or 5 after that. But we've been 3 or 4 days without pictures and went to check to see if it was even working. And this has happened twice already. Mm-hmm. And we've seen deer tracks and everything, and corn's gone because we're allowed to bait here in South Louisiana. And no pictures. And we walked up to it earlier today to check on it, and actually it never took a picture of us. I figured it had to be moved closer, so last week we moved it closer to the bait site and all, and it still had problems taking pictures and everything. So I turned it off a while ago to turn it back on. It actually never even come back on. I seen some moisture inside the camera, and that should be happening for a brand new camera. It's supposed to be sealed off pretty good, and I mean, you ain't like you're gonna be able to shed over them in the woods, so rain don't get on them. And so I don't know if that had an issue with killing the batteries and not turning back on, but I can't say that I'm pleased with it. Now, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Moultrie because the Delta camera that I have through them has been awesome, and
Right.
you know, so
By far the best battery life of any camera
right,
we've ever owned.
right,
And we've ran deer cameras since they've come out before the cell links. And we run deer cameras when you had to use the big
we had to build them.
right.
You build them in boxes with like a Polaroid camera or a Kodak camera that had to roll the film, and a motion detector that you'd wire into it, and a flash, you know, before all this infrared stuff where the deer didn't see it. Just about every picture of a deer you had like one, because once it flashed, you know, they was looking dead at the camera. So
Right. I think I still got the first Moultrie camera that they come out with back at
you do. You have
at Mom and Dad's, and I think
you got a Primos camera as well.
Yeah.
I've actually sent a picture of the Primos camera to Jordan Blissett and Lake Pickle that worked for Primos a while back. So it's kind of a fossil, I guess you could say now,
Right.
as far as everybody's coming with technology. So if I had to say, my favorite would be the Tacticam, just mainly because of the speed that it sends the picture to you, and the fact that we've had no problems with it whatsoever, and they send great HD quality pictures. I think they're the lowest priced monthly too, with an unlimited monthly plan. I think they're the
Right.
lowest priced. Moultrie it's a little higher. I think it's around $17 a month. Now we hadn't checked into any of the plans that you can add multiple cameras on. It seemed like that should be an ordinary thing, you know. Most people don't run just one camera. That
Right.
they would, any of them would come out with something that's maybe, I don't know, $8 a camera or something. I understand they gotta make money, but I mean, you pay a good bit of money for these things in general. But I like the Tacticam the best. The Moultrie is right there with the Tacticam. I can't say nothing bad
Right.
about it
I would-
whatsoever.
I would have to go as far as receiving pictures and quality. I would go with the Tacticam as well. But on the other hand, if I was setting a camera that wasn't on my property and it was 35-40 minutes from my house, I would definitely go with a Moultrie
Right.
because of the battery life. The battery
Absolutely.
life has blew my mind. We've got several friends that hunt in the swamp down here, so it may be 2 weeks before they go to their camera to check it. And I've recommended it to them. I would recommend it to anybody. If you're not going to be around your camera, if you can't get off work like we can here on our place, we live on 80 acres, and this is where we hunt mainly when we're not off hunting somewhere.
Right.
Because we go off a good bit. We go a little further north in Louisiana and hunt. We've got a place that we hunt where our Moultrie's at that's 50 miles
50
from
miles
here.
away, absolutely.
So if it's not on your place, I would recommend the Moultrie. On your place, I would go with Tacticam all day.
I haven't changed batteries in the Tacticam. I hadn't had it as long as the Moultrie, so we're still testing to see what the battery life is like. But so far, it's doing great too. Like I said, we hadn't had it as long, but on the lower end, I mean, I guess the downside of some of the cameras, I would not recommend the Evo, not the Evo, yeah, the Link Evo by SPYPOINT. I wouldn't recommend the Link Micro by SPYPOINT. The Cell Link by SPYPOINT that you hook to a normal deer camera. They've worked the best, but if my recommendation, I would still go with either the Moultrie Delta or the Tacticam. Ours is the Tacticam Reveal X, and
And we've tried the cell links that hook up to a regular deer camera on several cameras. Some cameras won't work. The Tasco, I think.
Tasco,
We had
the $28
problems with.
Tasco from Walmart doesn't work with it. The lower end Wild Game Innovation cameras, I think there's a black one and a camouflage one, didn't work with it, but the Wild Game Crush camera works great. And there's several other cameras. I think there's a Muddy camera that works great with it too.
Right.
It's actually like $29 at Academy. But then I guess it's a software issue in the camera. It's not compatible with the card. But I don't know. This is just a review, I guess you could say. It really wasn't meant as a review. We just dealt with cameras so much over the last few days, trying to get our SPYPOINTs back working, and I've literally got. I have 2 Link micros. It just does not work whatsoever. They just totally crashed. I talked to SPYPOINT about it, and there's nothing they can do. You know, there's no more updating it. The Link Evo from SPYPOINT quit working a year ago. You know, it worked for all of 2 months. The Cell Link, like I said, all we had to do was get an update card put in it, and it's been the best so far.
As far as SPYPOINT goes.
Right, as far as SPYPOINT goes. The EXO cellular camera from Walmart that's run by Moultrie Mobile, I wouldn't recommend at all. We really hadn't had any look out of it.
Right.
Now they may make some improvements down the road, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure that Moultrie makes that camera. I just know it's specifically sold by Walmart, and it hadn't done us any good, really. It's gave us nothing but issues. We've had to go out, and it's on our place here, so it wasn't as bad, but we've had to go check on it and restart it and stuff like that, and trying to figure out what was wrong, if we had the camera close enough or not. But it's not triggering, not sending pictures, so that's that kind of a done deal for us. We're gonna do away with that one and keep using Moultrie Delta and the Tacticam Reveal, and I'll probably buy some more in the future, I'm sure.
Right.
But main thing is we spent the money on them, and we're not affiliated with any of the companies or nothing. We hunt and fish like everybody else and spend our money best we can, and don't want anybody else to waste money. So
right. The main reason for this video was really to try and help guys like us out, that so y'all don't have to spend money on several different cameras.
Right. And in the future, we're gonna try to do some more videos on stuff. Like, we're not specific to one brand. Like, I shoot a Expedition bow. He shoots Matthews.
Right.
I shoot a Bear crossbow. I also shoot a Bear bow. He shoots a Center Point. Now we both have the Ravens, because we heard so much good about
We'll probably do. We were blessed with our Raven bows.
Absolutely.
And but before that, I was trying to get into the crossbow, because where we hunt in North Louisiana, it's bow hunting only. You can use a crossbow, but I wanted to be able to shoot a long ways, and I wanted to be able to do it cheap,
Right.
without spending $1,200 or $2,000. You know, so I bought the Center Point. It's the 415, and it was $350 at Walmart. It's a great bow. I will not knock Center Point, because I've shot.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've killed several deer at 60 yards
Right.
with a crossbow, and 60 yards is a good shot for anybody with any kind of arrow.
Right.
And but I bought the Center Point crossbow, and I went and I bought the Hawk
XB30
XB30
from Southern Boys
from Southern Boys Outdoors. Put on it,
Yeah.
and it's got the speed dial, and it's 20 to 100 yards, and y'all, I'm at about $600 in the bow and scope. I would recommend it. If you don't want to spend $1,000, $2,000 on a bow, I would recommend it, because I mean, you're shooting okay groups at 100 yards. I would feel comfortable shooting at 100 yards if I had to.
Right.
So
right, absolutely. But we're gonna do some more. We're gonna review some more stuff we have, I guess, that we use on a daily basis hunting. You know, we recently we both bought the. We started saddle hunting.
right.
So Jerry
I bought the Hawk.
Yeah.
And I've got the Hawk sticks. I've actually got a Lone Wolf platform, and when we do the video, we'll be getting into more of why we did this. It's because we hunt public land as well, and we do a lot of walking, so we wanted to be as light but as proficient as we could be we video our hunts, so we have camera arms that we carry with us as well. Most of the time, me and him's hunting together. I'll be on the camera, he'll be hunting, or he'll be on the camera and I'll be hunting.
Right.
So we'll get into the weight of what we have because nobody wants to carry around a lot of weight. I did it 2 years ago. I had about 60 pounds on my back, and it was not worth it.
Walking a mile or something.
Right. I don't recommend that at all because it's pretty tough on you. But we'll get into it. I will tell y'all that I really have grown to love saddle hunting, and this is my first year doing it. I really enjoy it. It's fast. It's comfortable when you learn your system. So
right, I was skeptical about it because I was thinking I'm a pretty big boy. I like to eat, you know. So which is one of the reasons we like to hunt so much.
That's facts.
So, but I ended up buying the XOP Renegade saddle, and mainly because price point, it was like $129 on Midway USA, and I said, well, I'm gonna try it out, you know, and if it's not as good as the rest of them, but I still like saddle hunting, I may try something else. But I'll be honest with you, I love it. I love the way it turns into like it's a regular harness. You have straps go over your shoulders, so you're not just packing it around your waist, which he has no problem doing with the Hawk. But so we're gonna do some reviews on that and show you our setups and everything. Ours are kind of, my setup's not exactly the same as his, but kind of the same. And we'll show y'all the difference in the two and why each of us wanted them that certain setup and everything. So hope y'all stick around and everything. We'll
right. Hope it helps y'all.
right.
We're trying to save y'all some money. Y'all saved us some money before. So
absolutely. We get on YouTube and watch reviews on everything we buy.
Right.
And, even if we can't afford it, we still watch reviews on it.
Right.
When we figure out why we should have bought what we bought instead of buying like we did 3 or 4 cameras before we got the right ones, you know. So anyway,
y'all stick with us.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what we can do for y'all, and we're gonna keep watching y'all's videos to see what y'all can do for us.
Right. Just expect more from Fin Feathers and Racks. We got some hunts we're gonna be posting, and I always do a lot of family hunt here on our place. We may go in the middle of the week and take our, we got some mountain curs that we hunt squirrels and coons with, and we may just go in the middle of the week and make a coon hunt. We see them in the corn pile, we go try to eradicate them, you know,
right.
So I'll just stick around.